Okay, welcome again to this episode of Vunzy. I'm with Adam. Also, people call him Adamo. Why do people call you Adamo, by the way?
Because it's my Italian name. And
Shut
my
up.
mother is from Sicily, so
Oh,
yeah.
that makes
It wasn't just created out of.
I thought it was. I thought it was when we saw, like, I thought
Yeah.
Nathan just called you that. No,
No,
obviously not the case.
Adamo existed way before Nathan.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably by like a few thousand years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so this episode's about climbing in SF and just kind of helping anyone that maybe is a climber, just kind of transitioning here. So that's why I brought Adam along. He's probably one of the more talented ones that I know. So Adam, where are you from?
Santa Rosa,
Santa Rosa.
Sonoma County.
Sonoma County, very cool. What goes on out there? Anything?
When I grew up in Santa Rosa, there were a lot of like cow fields and agriculture, but now it's just kind of suburban sprawl.
Is it conducive to climbing out there? I think it kind of.
Well, there's tons of outdoor stuff out there.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of rocks in Santa Rosa, but around the area there's a lot of climbing.
All right. So where do you currently live or reside?
I currently reside in San Francisco in the Alamo Square area.
Oh, also known as Nopa, right?
Nopa. Divisadero
I call
corridor.
Divisadero corridor, is that real?
Panhandle.
Nope. Yeah, Panhandle. I mean, not really Panhandle though.
Well, I'm pretty close to Panhandle.
7x7 close to everything.
North of the Panhandle. Nopa.
Yes. Okay. So how long have you been climbing for?
Probably around like 16 years.
Ooh, wow, that's right.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
So you better be good at it.
I mean,
Tragic if you're miserably bad.
every one of those years wasn't always like full on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like okay. So like, do you think how many true seasons of climbing do you think you went through? Like where you're actually like.
I'm gonna pass that.
Awesome. There's that path. We talk about passing.
I have 2 more passes.
Okay. What made you get into climbing?
Well, one of my best friends growing up, my friend Mark,
Yeah.
his brother, so I actually have to attribute it not to Mark, but I have to attribute it to his older brother, was all into Dan Osmond. If you don't know who Dan Osmond is, you better look it up. Him and his friend Chris were really into climbing, and they got Mark into climbing, and then they got me into climbing.
Good. Sweet.
Yeah, high school.
Okay. Cool. Very, very cool. What types of climbing do you do?
Well, there's a few different types of climbing.
Mm-hmm.
I boulder and I do traditional climbing mostly, and sometimes sport climbing.
Wait, what's traditional?
I do all. I mean,
You do you top rope, you boulder, you free climb, you trad, right?
yeah, I do everything.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
I'd say my favorite is being by myself and bouldering.
So bouldering.
But the next best thing would be trad climbing.
Yeah.
Traditional climbing. Traditional climbing is when you put your own gear in as you climb up under lead climbing.
Yeah.
As opposed to sport climbing, which is all bolted.
Oh, is that the difference?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Sport climbing is quick draws, and you hook them into bolts that are already in the rock. Trad climbing is all crack climbing, because in the ethics of climbing, you're not allowed to bolt a crack. You have to put your own gear in and then take it out as you climb up.
So with the bolts, it's more like so lead actually kind of goes into both of those, right? So lead, you would need clips, and lead, you'd also need that kind of skill set to do trad, right?
Yeah, they're both under the same
Okay.
category of lead. Yeah, you have to lead to climb larger.
Yeah. So
cliffs
it's with the
and
bolts, and then you have to actually use cans for trad. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Where would you recommend for someone to get gear? Because I remember when me and you were talking one time, you're like, I don't get why people go to these stores to buy climbing gear. Like, why don't you just buy from your gym or some authorized kind of retailer? Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, REI put all of the small businesses out of business, so there isn't really any good climbing stores left. And REI is, as you probably know, become a clothing store, so it doesn't have a lot of good climbing gear. It doesn't carry the best stuff. It doesn't have the good variety. So really, you're either going to have to order stuff offline, or go to your climbing gym, because climbing gyms have, a relatively okay climbing selection.
See, I feel that's kind of tough. Because like even like when I buy something like online, like you want to like get the touch and feel for it first before you like just go and buy things online. Because next thing you know, like you get the wrong ropes, you get the wrong everything.
Yeah, no, I agree, but unfortunately, there's
nowhere to
just
really
not there's not a great place to go and
Like
have a huge variety of climbing gear to look through.
You're absolutely. Well, so like, if I wanted to go buy cams, where would I go? You know what I mean? Like,
The
where?
climbing gym. So like for instance, I'm a member at Planet Granite.
So am I.
Chrissy.
We are.
Chrissy Fields.
Some fields. Woo.
And they have all the cams that you would ever desire, but and every December they have a Christmas holiday sale, and I always get at least 2 or 3 cams there.
Did they just pay you to say that or something? Like, you're going to Vunzy's?
Yeah, that's.
Give you 30% off.
I think they do fine without Vunzy.
I think they'll be just fine, actually. Now, if a climber moves to SF, what advice would you give them in terms of like where to go, indoors or outdoors? Like, well, let's start with indoors first of all. What are their options?
So there's 3 gyms in the city. There's the oldest one, which is Mission Cliffs.
Oof.
So no comment. There's
You can comment. Don't know. We actually want that comment. It's like I used to go there all the time. That's where I started.
yeah, I mean it's a climbing gym. It's fine.
The cons I would say about that one is the rating systems like try to beef up your like whole confidence because they're wrong. They're really nothing to outdoors.
Well, I mean that's run of the mill for indoors though.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean
Oh, shut up.
climbing. Just so you know, if you're not a climber yet or getting into it, climbing outdoors and climbing indoors are 2 totally separate things. They're very different.
Strength training for outdoors, basically.
I mean, yeah, indoor climbing is like working out.
Yeah.
Outdoor climbing is an actual practice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's Mission Cliffs, which is the oldest, and it's okay. It's small. It's more focused on roped climbing.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I think they redid some of their walls and stuff.
I think they expanded actually.
Yeah, they expanded.
Yeah, that's very cool. I should probably go check that out.
Yeah.
Actually.
Then there's Dog Patch Boulders, which is a huge bouldering gym. It's only bouldering, and it's fun because it has a huge quantity of climbs over quality of climbs. It has a huge quantity of climbs.
Really?
And
okay.
you get top outs, which are really fun indoors because in real life, when you climb something, you top out on it. You gotta, you're at the very top and you're like freaking out and you're getting your legs and your arms on top of the rock and you rub your face against the rock and you get up there and you just don't get that indoors very often.
No.
And that's like one of the most important things is finishing the climb. So
it's a very satisfying feel too.
So that's good, And then there's the one that I'm a member at, Planet Granite, Chrissy Fields, which is also really good. We together. It's a great gym. I mean, it's huge. It's
clean. They power wash their holds and everything.
Yeah, they clean their holds very consistently. They got good route setters, and there's top outs. There's a top out wall there. There's 2 top out walls there actually.
You rarely ever climb those top out walls though.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, they just haven't reset them for a while.
The things I like about Planet Granite is also its location, which is just great to just get out there. Yeah. I think it's just clean and nice. I think it has everything you need, and they change their routes like pretty frequently, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
And they have yoga.
Yeah, they have. It's a full gym. They have sauna.
I used sauna the first time yesterday.
Saunas.
Yeah, I love that. It's hot in there. Take your breath away. They also have CrossFit classes. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like CrossFit, which I do. I love CrossFit. Don't do it, but I love it. Is it better to go climbing with just another person, a group, or just by yourself?
Well, I would say that depends.
Mm-hmm.
Climbing by yourself is amazing. It's a very solitary sport or practice in general, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're just starting out. You don't want to go climbing by yourself. You want to be with somebody either who already knows how to climb and knows their way around the ropes or the rocks. But
just don't go like angry.
Yeah.
To think you how to do that.
Yeah. So if you're new to climbing, then it's good to have other people with you. It's also important for bouldering and also for obviously for rope climbing to have another person with you. But for bouldering, you want somebody to be there to help help you if you fall, so you don't hit your head.
Even with the addition of crash pads, it's good to have someone just in
Yeah,
case, especially if like you're really inverted or something crazy like that.
They call them spotters.
Yes.
But So it really just depends on you know what your skill level is and what you want to do. But.
Exactly. But like in terms of like something like you do like Joshua Trees, I mean you can go with a group of people, which is kind of fun. That's kind of like more of an outing, which I think is really cool though.
Yeah. So
which I never get invited to.
He's been invited.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know, there's these climbing meccas like Yosemite and Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree is
Lover's Leap.
Lover's Leap. Yeah, I mean the Bay Area is an amazing place because it's close to. We're in California. I mean, it's like there's climbing all over the place. But Joshua Tree is fun because you go there with like a group of climbers, and then there's a huge climbing community there and the climbing campsites, and you get to just like climb all day and then like walk around and talk to people, and everyone's a climber, and it's fun. Same thing with Camp 4 in Yosemite. Mm-hmm. Same thing. You just walk in there and a bunch of climbers, and you can find a climbing partner if you're by yourself.
Yeah,
it's pretty. It's a cool community.
Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah. It's just I guess it just depends on the scenario, but it's just about climbing in general, right? Like there's certain times when you want to, and the great thing about going by yourself, like sometimes that's all you need, you know, like sometimes you just don't want to be around at all. Yeah. It just depends on what kind of mood you're in too, I think.
Yeah. Like around here in the Bay Area, there's some great beach climbing where you can just go by yourself and you don't even have to have chalk or climbing shoes, and you just jump off the rock into the sand. And that's great solitary. That's really a wonderful experience.
Are you talking about? Didn't you tell me you went to a place like doesn't Stinson have like some like little traverse that you can do? Like
Stinson has a bunch of beach climbing. Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the closest beach climbing.
Yeah.
To the city, besides some other cities.
Stinson's like exactly. Stinson's like what? Like 45 away?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about right. There really is. Like there's just everything. You're bounded by nothing here. I think you can pretty much climb anywhere you want.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a car, you know.
Might be a little bit.
Or if you don't have a license to rent a car, then it could be a problem, you know. But still, there's tons of climbing around.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite spots in the area?
The North Coast.
Okay.
So north of Bodega Bay, there's tons of climbing. There's Go Rock State Beach is probably one of the most popular. It's got Sunset Boulders, which is one of the places I've learned to climb, and it's great for learning to climb and also for doing some art climbs as well. So I mean that place is amazing. And then there's tons of stuff that's in books and also not in books all around that area. So it's fun to just go out there and explore, and if you see a rock, to go check it out.
Is there any books that you recommend in terms of like finding places like this, or any like websites or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean if you go to REI or
they got a little selection of
climbing gym. They've got all the Bay Area climbing books. I mean, you know, it's pretty much everything is in the books nowadays. There's a lot of places where that used to be secret that are now in the books. You know, so it's the way it is.
What do you Castle Rock? You go to Castle Rock usually?
Yeah, Castle Rock's great. I mean, that's down south of the city. It takes about an hour and a half from the city to get there. I mean, it's hard climbing. It's all sandstone.
It is, yeah.
It's all sandstone, like really slippery slopers, and there's trad climbing there, and there's also lead climbing on sport, which is really good too.
It's a bouldering. There's a little bit of bouldering out there.
There's tons of bouldering.
Yeah.
Tons of bouldering. And then, but probably the closest really good climbing on granite, if you're looking for like the classic like granite climbing, is Lover's Leap, which is only like 3.5 hours away, and that's in the Sierras right before you go. It's
gorgeous, by the way. It's just like looking at it from like the highway. It's amazing.
It's a 750-foot face, and there's bouldering all around it, and there's some of the most perfect granite that you can find outside of Yosemite. There's Phantom Spires across Highway 50, which is harder climbing, but some really beautiful granite. And then there's on the north side on Highway 80 of Tahoe, there's about 4 hours away. There's Donner Pass, which has massive amounts of climbing that's become really popular recently. So it's in all the books.
Lower Donner Pass?
Yeah, they have like all these books. There's tons of Tahoe books coming out because it's kind of blown up a little bit.
Plus, all you can do is climb now. You don't ever go to
there's
no snow at Tahoe.
It's becoming a High Sierra desert.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
But
Is there such thing called a climbing season? Like, is there a best time in California, like, to go climbing? Because you don't want it too wet. You don't want it too.
yeah, well, like I was saying earlier, there's like these climbing meccas in California. There's Yosemite, which is a climbing mecca. Like not so much in the summer because it gets really hot, and climbing when it's really hot on a big wall that's 3,000 feet tall, and you have to spend like 3 days or 2 days on it.
It's not gonna because even your whole body, like everything's expanding, it's sweating. What kind of cold, kind of damp, like swells.
The spring and the fall have there's some good times to climb there, but not in the middle of the summer. I mean, depending on how the summer shapes up, but and then in the wintertime, Joshua Tree is like the big California mecca. That's where people from all over the world go to climb. It's in the wintertime, the weather's perfect. It can get really cold at night, but it's not 110 degrees during the day like it is there in the summer. So it's just high desert.
It's gross. All right, moving on. Do you have any secret spots that you wouldn't mind revealing? You know there's Beaver Street, right? That's why I put that on there. You know Beaver Street? You ever climbed that?
Yeah.
You ever roped that one in?
No, I never roped it. I just went over there by myself.
I roped it and did the whole thing. Like, top.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah, so there's actual rock climbing in San Francisco.
It's like right across it's like really a couple blocks away from where we are right now. And it's great. I think they took that fence down though, so that one thing I would anchor on is no longer there.
Yeah.
So I think you have to find something else, but it should be that hard.
Yeah. There's also Glen Park. There's bouldering in Glen Park.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah. There's also a place that's actually I've never seen it in a book, but you can actually boulder at Ocean Beach, right below the Cliff House. There's a bunch of there's a crazy cave that was created from the ocean waves coming in, carving out the rock. But there's a bunch of bouldering there. You can climb there. I mean, that's kind of a secret spot.
I want to go right there.
But besides that, there's a secret spot over in kind of Marin Headlands area, over across the Golden Gate Bridge. You gotta tromp down some pretty steep mountainsides to get down to the beach climbing, which is pretty good. But, and there's secret climbing all over the place.
You can climb anything. How big the secret is. All right. Well, cool. So that's pretty much with climbing for today. But I wanted to get you some time to reminisce real quick. So see if these photos ring any bells for you. Remember that one?
Yeah, there's that was at Point Reyes.
There you go.
The windiest place in California.
146-hour mile wind sometimes. But you can also go whale watching there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We didn't see any whales though.
We saw people having sandwiches and things like that. That's a cool picture though.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a good one.
Yeah. This is you, I think, just sitting there. I thought that was just cool too.
Great views.
Great views.
Yeah.
The amazing vistas out there. If you've never been climbing out there.
There is climbing out there. There's this picture.
I got one of you actually.
Yeah.
But what is that? What kind of was that? Because I felt like it was crumbling a little bit.
Yeah, well, a lot of the rock out there, I can't remember. A lot of the rock out there is like blue schist. It's a lot of like marine sediment rock that's like metamorphized into.
Oh.
It's good. No, it's good climbing.
Is it good?
Yeah, like the blue schist out at north of Bodega Bay at Sunset Boulders is. I mean, it's incredible. It's really good.
Look at the heading too. Remember that dude's analog?
Oh yeah, everything is analog. And he said, actually we're really analog here. As he's taking my order on a iPad.
Yeah, the square.
Using a square. It's really analog.
You'll see this picture as I'm referencing it now. It's pretty. This is a coffee from Julie. Remember that day?
Yeah, that's sweet.
She's really nice. And that was the whole load we got from her. A couple sandos and pickles, magnolia. Very kind.
I still have that beer. What do they call those things? Growler. I still have the growler in my house.
You should go fill it up sometime. Bring it over here. Instead of coming over here with nothing, not even cookies.
Yeah. Well, I was expecting some cookies.
This is a really old one. This is at bottom of the hill.
That's the first. I play in a band called Midtown Social. That's our first show ever.
No, it was not.
Yeah, that was it.
What?
Yeah.
You guys were together forever.
Well, I mean, we played it at Bottom of the Hill a bunch of times, but I think this is the first time we ever played there, right?
No,
Let me
I
see.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
That's the
that's the first time we played there. I remember my outfit.
Shut
That
up.
is definitely.
This is the same night then.
Yeah,
That is not the first time.
that's the first time we ever played a show.
So you guys have only been together for like 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. I thought you guys were. Wow, you guys have evolved quite a bit though, but we'll save that for another segment. But wow. Yes. This is you just kind of hammering it out. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
came
very
to.
cool.
I have a soft spot in my heart for you. You came to the first show.
Wow. Well, maybe I did, but I think Metros did. Isn't that great?
Aw.
Look at that picture, dude.
Good old 25 Lust crew.
It
Huh?
pretty much is, and everyone's got the zombie eyes or the night wolf eyes.
Yeah.
Who is that? I keep thinking, who is that? I remember her. I like her.
Stephanie. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie. I loved her.
Yeah.
Lisa's in there. Oh my god. What's his name?
Oh, it was
Ozio. Yes.
And he came to a lot of shows. I don't know. I can't tell what that is because her face is so.
I can't either. There's
Oh,
Lisa. There's
Valerie.
Val. Who's next to Val? I have no idea.
Ruben?
What's her name? Yeah, Ruben. Her name Heather.
No. Michelle or I can't
No,
remember.
the tall one.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember.
It's not Michelle. It was Heather.
Wasn't Heather.
No. Who's next to you though? In the red. Is that Mishonen? No, it's not Mishonen. It's like whoever's next to her is like really tall. But anyways, I thought that'd be fun to show you.
That's awesome.
Isn't that great? It's a
Yeah.
great photo. I think there was another one with like Caesar too or something, but I didn't put it in. It was pretty funny.
Long time
Anyways.
ago, huh?
That was a quick little reminiscing. Adam, thank you for stopping by and telling a little SF climbers, but definitely a climbers town, don't you think, or just a climbers area? I think it's a paradise, if anything.
A paradise for people who love the outdoors. I mean, it's
Yep.
totally. 10 to 15 minutes over the Golden Gate Bridge, and you're in the middle of undeveloped coastline. So I mean, it's where you want to be.
Yes, it is. Just a little side note too. Why do you love SF? Just want to throw that one out there. I like to ask people that.
I love SF primarily because of what I just said.
Okay.
Because you can hop in a car and 15 minutes you're like undeveloped wilderness, and
Yeah.
it's an amazing place to live, and it's a beautiful city. And I don't like hot weather, although the
Although
city
it's
is
now
becoming LA slightly. But traditionally it's a foggy city, and I love the fog, and I love the cool
I love it.
coastal air, and there in the past has been great communities here, and a lot of history, and it's a good city.
Yeah, it's changing though quite a bit. Anyways, yeah, coastal winds, not the bay winds. That gets a little nasty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, and get out of here. Yeah.
Can I finish my coffee?
No. Anyways.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, man. Good work, brother. That went really well.